Good morning students, welcome back to information technology. Server side scriptings, PHP, hypertext preprocessor. In the last lectures we have seen how to use variable in PHP. So variable is a symbol or name that stand for a value, and variables are used for storing values such as a numeric value, character string or memory addresses, so that they can be used in any part of the program. As well as we have seen the different type of scope in PHP: local, global, static. Also we have seen the PHP data types. The data type in PHPs are used to store a value in a programs. And finally we have seen the comments used in PHP. The comments are not visible in the output of the program. It is ignored during executions. And we have seen the different type of comments, the single line comments as well as a multi-line comments. While using the single line comments, we have used a double forward slash, or you can use the hash before a statement in PHP. A multi-line comments, we have seen the forward slash and the asterisk sign we have to use in the lines, so the PHP can understand there are the multi-line comments in a program. So today's lectures we are going to learn control structure in PHP. Control structure in PHP. In PHP, there are various control structure in PHP. PHP conditional statement, also called as the PHP conditional statements. Very often when you write a code, you want to perform different action for a different conditions. You can use a conditional statement in your code to do the same. In PHP we have the following condition statements, that are if statement. The first statement, that is the if statement, and it is used to execute some code if one condition is true. So if statement is used to execute some code if one condition is true. The next statement is if else statement. It executes some code if a condition is true and some another code if that condition is false. It executes some code if a condition is true and another code if that condition is false. Means if the condition is found false, the control goes to the else statement. The next if else statement execute different code for more than two conditions. If in your program more than two conditions are there, then we can use if else or else statement. And finally switch statement. It selects one of many blocks of code to be executed. So in the PHP, first we are going to learn that is the if statement. If statement allows programmer to make decision based on one or more condition and execute a piece of code conditionally. So the syntax of if statement is first if, then you are going to write your condition, then you can use the curly bracket, open curly bracket, and in between you are going to write a statement, code to be executed if condition is true. That code you are going to write here, also called as the statement you are going to write. When the condition is found true, this statement should get executed, and then you can close the curly bracket. So this is the syntax of if statement. Now I'm going to show you an example how the if statements work in PHP. So the first, while writing the PHP program, the HTML code will remain same. We are going to start in the body section PHP tag. By using the PHP tag, we can declare the first variables, and then in the variable what you need, that you are going to use over here, and then you can start the if statement, and then you have to write your block of code statement. That statement should print on the page, and then close the PHP tags. So let's see how we can write the program by using if statement. Okay, so that you have to open the notepad or any text editor. I'm using here Sublime text editor. See, I have written the format of the if statement and kept. so we can save our time while typing. But I'll show you how to write the program. Now see, the first tag will remain same, that is doc type HTML, then HTML, then body. In the body section we are going to use the PHP tag. Once you use the PHP tag, then you are going to declare the variable. Now here you are going to declare the variable, we are going to declare the variable marks. Okay, when you are going to declare the variables in PHP, you must use the $sign to declare the variable. Now once the variable is declared, then the condition we are going to specify. Suppose if the marks are equal 40, or if you are going to take here 80, so marks equal 80, and if you are going to give the condition over here, if marks greater than or equal 60, then you are going to print the statement by using the echo command. So here you can write, you have passed with first class. You have passed with first class, or you've passed with the first class. Like this statement you can write. If the conditions found true, this echo statement will print this statement on the page, otherwise you will see the error. Now save this program. And how to run the PHP program, last lecture also I have shown you. Once again I am showing you. You have to go to the browser, and then here you are going to type the local host, then /, and then where you have saved your all PHP program, that folder name you are going to type here. I have saved all my PHP program in project, so I am writing here project, and then the /, and then press enter key. You will get a list of directory, index of project you will get, and in this directory you have store all the PHP program. That list will be displayed. Now click on that particular program, which program you want to run here. So I have stored over here if program, so click on this if.php, and you will see the output, you have passed with first class. Means this statement or block is executed by using the if statement. So here I have written, if the student got more than 60 marks, then I have printed you have passed with first class. Okay, so this is the use of if statement. If statement, when it is work, it allows programmer to make a decision based on one or more condition and execute a piece of code conditionally. Here block of statement is given, you have passed with first class because you got more than 60 marks, and the marks defines are 80 over here. Okay, so that's why this statement is printed. Now we are going to run the if else statement. The next statement is if else statement. So if else statement in PHP allows the programmer to make decision based on either this or that condition. If else statements allows programmer to make decision based on either this or that conditions. Once again showing you if else statements. See, if else statements allow programmer to make decision based on either this or that condition. Now just see the syntax of a program. If else, first if condition, then condition you are going to write in bracket, and then curly bracket, then block of statement require statement 1, then close the curly bracket, else this or that, another statement you are going to write over here. Means suppose here you are going to suppose if marks greater than or equal 35, then pass, otherwise fails. Like this result you want to print, then conditions require over here, and then the block of statement, first true statement and then the second false statement. This if statement we have learned in the 9th standard, 10th standard also, 11th standard also you learn, now also you are learning. So if statement works when the conditions found true, it displays the true result, otherwise false result. Now let's see in the program how we can write this program by using if else statements. Now here I am writing if marks are greater than or equal 60, but I want to write here else statement now. So else I can write over here, you can do better. If the student got less mark, then I have to print this statement, you can do better. Okay, so suppose I am making the statement is marks less than 60. If we got less than 60 mark and marks defines are 80, and you save this program and see what result you will get. Minimize this program and go to the browser and check the program. See, you can do better. Means this or that. If else statements allows programmer to make decision based on either this or that condition. The first conditions found false, that's why the control went to the second statement, and the second statement result is printed, and the second statement control your statement is given, you can do better, because condition found false. If the conditions found true, this statement will be printed. Once again, so you see greater than I'm removing and putting your less than I'm removing and putting greater than here. Now save this program and check the output. You will get this, you have passed with first class. This output should come. Now check, refresh this page and see you have passed with first class because the condition is true. So this is the work of if else statement in PHP. It allows programmer to make decision based on either this or that condition. Okay, now we will move to the loop structure in PHP. What is loop? So loop are used to execute the same block of code repeatedly as long as a certain condition is satisfied. Loop are used to execute the same block of code repeatedly as long as a certain condition is satisfied. The last year also we have used the loop statement, that is for statement. For loop statements, when the program is asked you to print a table of number 2 3 4 5, then that number should print like this: 2 1 2, 2 2 4, 2 3 6. Like this number you want to print, then you must use a loop structure in PHP, and this loop for loop statements will print the number like that. So the syntax we are going to see the first. What is the syntax of loop? The syntax for first initialization conditions, incrementation and decrementation. So first you are going to use the for loop, then initializations, for example variable I equal 1, then condition here given I less than equal 10, and then increment I plus plus or decrement I minus minus. Suppose you want to print, suppose I want to print number 1 to 10, then the initialization will come here, variable $I equal 1, then condition $I less than equal 10, and increment I have to give over here after semicolons $I plus plus. So it will print the number 1 to 10. Let's see how we can write this program by using the for loop statement. Now see the for loop statement here. As I told you, the first tag will remain same, HTML body, then you are going to use the PHP tag, then you can use the for condition, for loop. Then here you can use any variable I or any other letter. So $I equal 1, $I, this is the initialization, this is called initialization, this is the conditions. Now till where you want to print the number and where you want to stop. So this is the condition I less than equal 10, means after 10 number will stop, and you are given the increment to the initialization $I plus plus. So here 1 2 3 4 5 6 till 10 number will be printed. Now once you have given these conditions, then you are going to print the result on the page, so that we can use the echo statement in PHP, and the number is, you are going to write this statement, the number is 1 2 3 4, then variable you are going to do, and then use the BI statement to go to the next line. The control will go to the next line, and the result will be displayed 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Save this program and check in the browser, type here localhost, press enter key and select for loop. Now check it. The number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is a looping statement continuously. uh, Once the control reach to the proper number, it will stop. So loop are used to execute the same block of code repeatedly as long as a certain condition is satisfied. The condition is satisfied over here, that's why the loop stop over here. Otherwise the loop will be continuous. Suppose you are less than 20, if you are given, then the number will increase. Let's see what will happen. I'm going to increase number instead of 10, 20, and save this program and check it. Refresh this program and see. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 till 20 means this loop statement goes, the loop statement control goes to the number 20. After number 20 it will stop. So that is the use of loop in PHP. So use of for each loop, and this loop works only on array and used to loop through each key value pair in an array. This year we are not going to learn the array in from your book, because this is page number 66 and 67. PHP array and PHP multi-dimensional array is reduced from your book because of the COVID-19 situation. So that's why this is reduced, that portion is reduced. So we are not going to say the PHP array. Last lecture also in JavaScript I taught you match function, date function, and the array function. These also reduced from your syllabus, so that way the question will be not asked for the final exam. So keep in your mind that you should learn only for the self learning. It is not for non-evaluation, it is only for non-evaluation purpose. Advanced JavaScript, math object, date object, array object. Similarly in server-side scripting, PHP associative array, multidimensional array, and form connectivity with database. This only for self learning and non evaluations purpose. So we are not going to see that array, but the next we are going to learn, that is PHP string functions. What is PHP string function? So PHP string functions, here are the PHP string functions are given. The predefined function in PHP to manipulate string. The first function is given, the string function, that is to count the length of a string, given string, the length you are going to display. Then you can use the strlen function, and it is used to return the length of a string, a total number of character. For example, Don Bosco word you have written, in that total number you will get 9, including white space, means the space. Okay. The next function is str word count. It is used to count the number of word in a string. It is used to count the number of word in a string. The next function is strrev, reverse a string. This function will display the string in reverse order. Next, strpos searches for a specific text within a string and return the character positions of the first match, and if no match is found, then it will return a false. str replace, these functions replace some characters with some other character in a string. Sub str functions return a part of a string. Str to lower, this function convert a string to the lower case. Sub str count function will count the number of times a substring occur in a string. And UC words convert the first character of each word in a string to uppercase. And the string function will remove the white space and other predefined characters from both sides of a string. So these are the different functions we are going to use in PHP strings function. So PHP strings functions, a string is a series of a character. What is string? A series of a character The real power of PHP comes from its function, and a function is a block of statement and that can be used repeatedly in a program. So PHP has many built-in function and that can be called directly to perform a specific task. Now let's see, this program is given over here. I'm going to show you how to use this all the function by using the string functions. First you are going to define the string, and that string we are going to use to display the length of a string, count the number of word in a string, reverse a string, etc, etc. So let's see, open this text editor and we can write a string program to find the length of a particular string. Now I'm going to use the string over here, that is Don Bosco Junior College. Don Bosco Junior College. Look here, Don Bosco Junior College. This is the string I define here, variable str. In PHP you are going to use the dollar sign with the variable to define it. Once it is defined, this string, then you can use this string in string function. So the first function is given to find the length of a string. So now see the echo keyword we use to print something on the web page. So the string will be print on the web page. Okay, then echo BR statement I use because it will go to the next line, the control will go to the next line and will print string length. Now first function we are going to use, that is strlen function. What is the use of strlen function? It's written the length of a string, total number of character. Let's see the what total number characters we are getting from this string, Don Bosco Junior College. So here I am using the strlen function and this string. I'm saving this program with the name str.php and opening in the browser. Now I'm going to open this string program in browser by typing localhost/projects/ and press enter key. Now you'll get a list of PHP program directory. This is a directory. In that directory you will get a list of PHP program, and what name you are given that PHP program, that is string. So click on string. So see the string is printed, Don Bosco Junior College, and string length, how much character we found? 24. See the 24 character including the white space. So Don Bosco here 8 plus white space is 9. Again here white space 10. Then junior here 6 later 10 plus 6 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So this all together 24 letters are there. So the string strlen function will calculate the length of a string. It will count the total number of characters. So the first functions we have learned. The second function str word count. These functions we are going to use in our program now. So we are going to copy this string, so we'll get a one below the others output. So here I am going to write this function. I'm going to change. Here I'm going to use the function. Now which function we are going to learn? This str word count. So here we are going to use this str word count. This function is used to count the number of word in a string. Count the number of words in a string. So I am writing here count the number of words. Count the number of words by using string word count function. Now save this program and check the output, refresh the page and see the counter number of words are 4. How many words are there in that? Only 4 words are there. You can check Don Bosco Junior College. Don Bosco Junior College is first word, second word, third and fourth. Altogether 4 words are there. So this is the use of str word count function. It will count the word from the given string. Next function is there reverse function, strrev function. It will display the result in reverse a string. The string will be reversed now here. Now we can use the same one again. Now going to use reverse a string, reverse a string. So reverse a string, which functions, that is strrev, strrev. This function will reverse the string. Go to the file, save and refresh the page and check reverse a string. Now see here, total this word Don Bosco Junior College, we found that reversing a string. Okay, so that is the use of a reverse string function. The next function we are going to use in that, return a positions of string. Next function is return a positions of string, strpos functions. Let's see strpos function. This function we are going to use. So we are going to use the next function, that is str. Just copy and paste it and just make the changes in the function name, and here you want to write, that is return positions of string, return position of string, return position of string, and the here functions require. What is the name of the function? strpos function. We are going to use that here, strpos function, and the variable str, that is where you store this Don Bosco Junior College string. Save this. Okay, once you save, then you can check the output, return position string strpos. Here we are going to define the word, which word position you are going to find. I am going to define the positions of I'm going to find out the positions of the Bosco word. So I am going to write over here Bosco word. Save and check the output, refresh. Now see, the return positions of a string is 4. So where that word is there, Bosco word, in a string, that position is shown over there. So that is the use of strpos functions. And the next functions we are going to see, that is replace string. We are going to replace that Bosco word with the another word, or that junior college, or any word from the string we can replace. Now I'm going to replace the Don word with the another word. So I'm going to use, so here UK statement you can write replacing string. We are going to find out here replacing string, replacing string. The function we are going to use, that is str underscore replace, and then which word you are going to replace, that word you are going to write. I'm going to replace the word Don that you have to write in double inverted quote with the another word. You're going to replace that. After that, you're going to put a comma, and you can use on that place father. Tons means father. Okay, father, and then put a comma, and then use the variable where you want to replace that word, in which string. So $str, in this string you are going to replace the word. So save this and go to the browser and refresh and check it. Okay, save this program and open in the browser and check. Click on the string program and see replacing string Father Bosco Junior College. So where Don was there, where it is replaced with the word father. So like this we can use the function in a string. Just now I showed you the PHP string functions, so remaining functions you can use by typing the name of the function and the string. For example, substring, it will return a part of a string. Str to lower function, that it will convert a string to lower function. The next function is left, that is count the number of time a substring occurs in a string, that is sub str underscore count function. Two more functions are there. Convert the first character of each word in a string to uppercase. For that UC words function you can use. And the last one, trim function, it removes the white space and other predefined character from both the side of string. So I hope you understood all the string functions, how to write in the PHP programs. My dear students, you have to practice all the functions. You are learning this first time PHP, so practice is important. Without practice we are not able to understand how to write a PHP programs. So the first lectures I told you, those students don't have the computer at home, they can practice on their smartphone by using the app. The name of the app I already told you, Droid editor, or you can use Andwriter editor, as well as another app name I told you, app is JS Web. Okay, so here we have finished PHP string function. The next lectures we are going to learn PHP user defined function, PHP functions argument, and PHP form handling. Thank you.